Is up, my YouTube friends? Welcome to another episode of Questions from the Truck, number 47. I'm not in the truck, I'm in the shop today. So I got a couple questions. This damn camera, man, I don't know why it keeps going in and out with color, like dark and light, dark and light. I don't know. It's driving me bonkers. But my first question is from Mystic Southern Railway, John over there. John wants to know, why are Philly sports fans so brutal? John, this question isn't in the category list, okay? But I'll answer the question for you. It's brutal here, dude. That's why. Um, yeah. I stopped following sports when all these millionaires went on strike. I was done with them after that, and that was like what, mid 2000, 2010. That's when 2008, 6, something like that. Um, but why are they so brutal? Because they're assholes, man. Sorry for my language. Um, I'm gonna say it a couple more times too. Um, don't ever come here in the wintertime when it's snowing. And if you see chairs in parking places, don't ever move them because they'll kill you. Uh, they're assholes. They just, some people just don't know how to act. And that's true with anywhere. But it's embarrassing to be truthful with you when, you know, like you, you know, you are brought up booing Santa Claus. They threw batteries at Santa Claus. Um, that's embarrassing, man. I love my city. It's a great city, but some people are assholes here, and they show it. And I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just not. I'm not going to say, because of this, this, and this. They're just assholes. That's it. You can't, you know. If you're an asshole everywhere, you're an asshole. Period. there's there's a song. It's an old song from like the '70s, and it's like, all my friends are assholes. It's a funny song. Look it up. It's on YouTube. Uh, so my next question is from Matt Nawn. Matt has a question for Mr. PCC. He is doing a module, and he's doing a water scene on his module. What do you guys use for your water scenes? Let us know in the comments below. Listen, um, I appreciate you guys taking time to help out everybody with these questions. Please keep in mind, some of these people are relying on answers to help them with problems that they're having. And, that's why, I had problems. I had questions in the beginning, and that's why this all started, Questions from the Truck. And it just, my idea was, why it keeps going is, to help other people that are having problems and maybe not want to post them. Don't make videos. Uh, this helps them get answers to questions that they have. So, you know, I implore you to help these guys out. And that's what this community is all about, right? Helping each other out. So help us out, man. Help a brother out. My next question is from Indian Head Valley Railroad. He wants to know, how far west are you willing to travel to Railfan? And I don't have a limit, Wilmer. Um, it's obviously time, money, and, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, I mean, I would, if it's something I wanted to see, yeah, I'd like to get out to see the Illinois Railroad Museum and some spots out there. I'd like to get out to St. Louis to where that virtual Railfan camera is in St. Louis. There's a lot of places. I want to get the cast. Oh, man. This is driving me crazy, this light and dark. You're going to have to deal with it. Sorry. uh, But I like to get the cast in West Virginia. But, Wilmer, I am going to be at the Child Museum in Washington, PA on the evening of June the 11th, all day on June the 12th, which is a Saturday, and Sunday morning. It's your chance to see me, buddy. Come on out, man. Uh, yeah, come on out. And if anybody else is in the area, come out. We're doing a fundraising thing at the museum to raise some money to get one of their cars, one of their Philadelphia cars, finished. They're restoring it. So come out, man, if you're free. But yeah, that's my. Don't really have any places that in particular that I want to go to, other than Cass right now. But thanks for your question, Wilmer. Hope to see you somewhere soon. Oh, by the way, August 26th, it's a Friday, Saturday. Joey Buxick is coming out to Strasbourg for 611. Mark that on your calendar, folks. 611, August. I think it's the last Saturday in August. Joey's coming. I'm going to be there. The good Lord willing. And so, yeah, come out and hang out with us there if you're in the area. And my next question is from Dwight Kerley. Dwight's having a tough time with his track. He's going crazy. He wants to rip it up. He wants to know, how do you guys get your trains to run so smooth? Dwight, I don't. That's the first layout that I really ever built, Dwight, and it's small, so it's easy to control everything. I'm no expert, so what I say, take with a grain of salt. Think the key to anything that you're building like that, and it's anything, in my business, in cabinet work, furniture work, you got to start with good foundation, good material, straight material, flat material. If your material is like, it's not going to be flat. It's not going to. Your trains just aren't going to run right. If you're having a problem with your curves, they make those sweep sticks, and there's other people that make them. They're fitting the radius of they're fitting the track, and they're specific to a radius that you're running, and they help you have a smooth, flowing curve, straightaways. I'm lucky in the fact that I work in fractions all the time. I'm working in 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch. I can see the deviations in 1/16 of an inch, whether it's far away or close up, just because I've trained my eye to see these in my work to help me judge things easier. So, get a ruler, man, and mark straight lines. Don't be afraid to do straight lines. Look at, get down on the level, and at the level that you're working on, and eye it up. Your eye is always, it's not going to lie to you. You're going to be able to see curves with your eye, whatever they are. And I think, that is the key to a good smooth running layout, is to have good track work, and good track work starts with a good foundation, and straightness and no kinks, and it's easy to get that little layout right. It's harder in big ones. Work in sections. That's how you build big projects. Break things down into smaller portions and work on that and get that right and tack that down and then go. Let Dwight know your tips and secrets and tricks to get good track work, so that your trains run smooth. It sounds like Dwight is he's getting frustrated with his trains because they're not running right the way he wants them to run. And yeah, I hope this gets you straightened out. No pun intended. We'll be back with somebody else's questions for a wrap up. Thanks for seeing a little bit. Back like I said. My next question is from Try Goggle and Pappy over there. He wants to know, how long have I waited to catch a train? Oh, man. I think the longest I've waited 6 or 8 hours. I forget. And we only caught one train. And yeah, sometime and the longest I've waited and not caught anything was probably 3 or 4 hours, and just packed it up and left because it was the same line. I knew nothing was going to come. Yeah, that's it. Sometimes, like you said, you catch one. Sometimes you don't. How about you guys? What's the longest you've waited? Some people don't have patience to wait. You're not a good fisherman if you don't. My next question is from, is this Seth? Seth wants to know, do trains and subways run on different tracks, like different gauges? Yeah, some do, some don't. Trolleys, like SEPTA gauge. SEPTA is different than trains. I think it's like, I forget what it is. 54 inches or 5 foot 4 inches, something like that. And regular railroads, I think, are like 4 foot 8 inches. 4 foot 8 inches, 12 would be like 50 inches. No, yeah. Yeah, but whatever. Yeah, so some do, some don't. And even like, it just depends on especially the railroads are all standard. They're standard gauge. They're all a standard. But where you get into differences are subway systems, trolley systems from country to country, state to state. They're all different. Sometimes they're the same, but they can be different. Thanks for your question, Seth. My next one is from Dave's Trains. Dave wants to know, he's working on his island top, and he's only got 1/2 inch maple plywood. And he wants to glue it to MDF. He wants to know, will it hold? Will it stick? Yes, it will stick. Is it a good idea? No, it's not. And here's why. Whenever you glue up lumber like that, say MDF or maple or anything like that, pine, whenever you glue them up to make a big panel, right, which is basically what you're doing, you need to take into account expansion and contraction. If you glue that 1/2 inch lumber down to MDF, it'll stick, but how long? I don't know, because it's going to fight that glue no matter what, and it's going to expand and contract. And depending on, it's just not going to work, man. Sorry, I know that's not what you want to hear. But hey, if you only have 1/2 inch, and you don't have any other supplies like in your area, supply places to get it from, you can get stuff online, and sometimes they have pretty reasonable shipping. It's another alternative, but you're in for problems if you glue that down to your MDF. That's all I'm saying, Dave. I wouldn't do it. Thanks for your question. My last question is from PK&W Model Works. Bob over there. He wants to know, he's traveling down to Dallas. He's moving to Dallas from Pittsburgh. So a couple weeks he's going to be traveling down there. And he wants to know some Railfanning places along the way. Let him know in the comments below. So here's my thinking, Bob. You may have been here already. Is Age of Steam Roundhouse in Ohio. It's kind of close to you. You may have been there, but that's like on my list of places to visit. I mean, it doesn't have rides, but it's got some awesome steam engines and that awesome roundhouse. I would go on virtual Railfan and look at some of the cams that are going to be what you think are on your way. You said you're going to your friends in St. Louis. Well, the place that I would go to is at Kansas City Junction, man. That place looks awesome. It's where a bunch of lines converge, and there's like, I don't know, man. There's a ton of lines there. But another place that's pretty cool is Dashler, Ohio. I think it's called Fostoria, Ohio. They're pretty cool places where there's diamonds and junctions for east, west, north, south trains. They look pretty cool. Other than that, I really don't have any. So you guys help Bob out. Find some cool rail fanning spots that he can relax and help his journey be a little better. Man, my allergies are kicking today. The pollen was flying like snow. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you and your questions and finding answers to these questions for everybody. And as always, hey, if you have some answers to some of these, put them down below. Bob, I'm going to put a link to that Age of Steam Roundhouse in the description under your question. You've probably been there, but I'm just going to put it there for future reference for me, because I'm going to go there one day. Be well, be blessed, enjoy the rest of your coming week. I hope you had a good weekend. Until the next time, see you.